Smiles, it could be from the muscles of the face. You might find a person who is the most kafir on the face of the earth, he ends up with a smile, because this is to do with what? With muscles when somebody dies. But in general, we know that the person who is having a good end, like he's in jihad and all of this, he will have some sort of signs of karamat, blessings. But it does not mean necessarily that he's smiling, oh, he's died relaxingly. Okay? And that's what Aisha, she had said, when she had heard that some people, he said, MashaAllah, he died relaxingly. It's like a nice smile on his face. She said, I will never believe such a thing since I saw how painful it was unto the Prophet of Allah when he died. I would not believe. Because if anybody deserves to be a relaxing death, would have been the Prophet ﷺ. But he died in front of her ﷺ, and in her lap she could see him. And he was all the time, La ilaha illallah. La ilaha, there's no worthy of God except for Allah Azza wa Jalla. Inna lil mawti sakarat. Death has, call it stupors, death pangs. Sakarat means like pain. You off on. Okay, that's pain. And the Prophet of Allah had experienced this. Does that mean the Prophet of Allah, he was no good in his life? Do you understand me? So if a person had died with pain and shouting, it doesn't mean, oh, he must have been doing very bad in his life. Okay, that's not true. If Allah wishes for some of those, or willed for these things to be apparent, like for Mujahid, for example, his wound will be showing fragrance on the day of resurrection, but it could be in the dunya. That's a specialty for the person. Okay. Or a person who is died and he's been buried for 6 months and his body is intact, but no way in that land a body can be intact for more than 6 hours, never mind 6 months. You remember who's that? Who's that? Abdullah ibn Haram, the father of Jabir radiallahu anhu. After 6 months, he wanted to place him from one place to another. He saw him full, except for a bit of his ears. That's it. But in that land, I'm just saying, if you put a flesh of meat underneath the ground, 6 hours would not last. And that's the karama Allah will get given to that companion because he's a shaheed.